Canada rolled out the red carpet for the Toronto International Film Festival, and as always, the stars showed up ready to make a statement. But not everyone hit the mark. Some looks were fine but forgettable, while others had us wondering if the mirror was broken backstage. So let's break it down, starting with Emily Blunt. Normally, she nails that effortless polish, but this time, not so much. The bandeau and lace top felt awkward, and those loose pinstripe trousers completely threw off the balance. You know when you mix two puzzle pieces that just don't fit? Exactly. Elizabeth Olsen followed. And listen, she's gorgeous. That's never in question. But her dress was a little too safe. Pretty? Sure. Elegant? Definitely. But it didn't bring that drama or edge we were hoping for. You know those outfits that make you go, wow? This wasn't one of them. Then came Kirsten Dunst, and oh boy. Her dress gave off strong tablecloth energy, and not the chic kind. The lace, the layers, the whole vibe just fell flat. With a little more structure, this could have been something. But instead, it just looked unfinished. Anya Taylor-Joy, on the other hand, went for a lot of drama. Maybe too much. The icy blue color was stunning, but that ribbon-covered skirt, it looked like a craft store project that ran out of glue. A cleaner silhouette would have taken her look from what's happening to wow. Catherine O'Hara, a legend no doubt, but her satin gown didn't do her any favors. The fabric wrinkled with every move, and the vine embroidery pushed it into luxury curtain territory. Sigourney Weaver also missed the mark. Her coat unfortunately gives total Firebug vibes. Chaotic red splashes on black with no balance. The bold pattern overwhelms the whole look, and paired with the simple base, it ends up feeling more random than runway ready. Next up, America Ferrera. Her look had potential, but fell flat. The cropped blazer and satin skirt combo feels unfinished and mismatched. The proportions are awkward, and instead of chic minimalism, it leans a little too last-minute wardrobe experiment. Charlie XCX tried for lingerie chic, but it slipped a little too far into bedroom territory. The satin slip and lace trim weren't red carpet strong enough. That said, her confidence almost sold it. And maybe that's half the battle. Confidence, however, wasn't enough to save Emily Watson's look. This one was a full miss. The fit was awkward, the sleeves unflattering, and the shapeless silhouette didn't do her justice. And those chunky boots? They only added to the mismatch. Also, Juno Temple, Vanessa Bayer, and Kate Berlant all missed the mark in their own ways. From beachy casual to overly plain to chaotic animal print, their outfits lacked the polish and impact needed for a red carpet moment. Now it's the men's turn, and honestly, they struggled just as much. Jude Law went for relaxed sophistication, but instead, it came off sloppy. The oversized blazer and loose trousers looked less effortlessly cool and more didn't have time to tailor. Meanwhile, Channing Tatum looked like he just stepped out of the Matrix reboot, but not in a good way. The oversized leather trench and heavy brown tones feel more undercover spy on laundry day than red carpet ready. Even Brendan Fraser couldn't escape critique. We love him, but the stiff suit, pulling pants, and mismatched shirt didn't do him justice. A sharper fit would have changed everything. Josh O'Connor's look? Let's call it experimental. The checkered knit, shiny bow tie, and tux jacket were all talking at once, but none of them were in the same conversation. George Stroumboulopoulos looked like he raided his grandma's couch and made a jacket out of the upholstery. More weekend market than red carpet. And then there's Brian Fuller, who committed fully to the Dust Bunny premiere theme. Respect the effort, but the bunny overload, near prints, hat, everything, felt like an Easter special gone rogue. But enough misses. Now let's check out some looks that fared better. Angelina Jolie gave us deja vu in the best way possible, repeating her legendary leg moment, this time in a sleek chocolate coat dress with a daring slit. Minimal, powerful, and elegant all at once. Angelina doesn't just walk a red carpet, she owns it. And speaking of elegance done right, Natalie Portman kept things equally polished with her look. She went for the little black dress, but with a twist. An asymmetrical cut that felt timeless yet modern, polished yet effortless. It was proof that sometimes the simplest look can have the biggest impact. But not everyone hit that same balance. Kirsten Dunst chose an ethereal pastel gown, aiming for soft glamour. The idea was lovely, but the washed-out shade didn't do her any favors, and the neckline cut was more distracting than flattering. Continuing the softer palette, Mila Kunis went sleek in ivory. The fitted gown showed off her silhouette beautifully, but the fabric wrinkled far too easily, and paired with nude heels, the overall look felt just a little underwhelming. Still, it was a step up from Kirsten's miss. Glenn Close, on the other hand, swung back to classic Hollywood confidence. Glenn went all black with sharp tailoring and a chic brooch. Very polished, very poised. It was timeless, no doubt, but perhaps a touch too safe for a festival red carpet. Jamie Lee Curtis took things in a lighter, more playful direction with a floral dress. Sweet and charming, sure, but it leans more toward garden party vibes than movie star chic. Where's the Hollywood drama we came for? Sydney Sweeney, on the other hand, turned up the glamour with a vintage corset-inspired silhouette. It could have been a showstopper, but the crushed velvet tipped it into drapes. Meets boudoir territory. Stunning? Absolutely. Timeless? Not quite. She then traded Velvet Fairy Tale for a gray office siren look. Strong in theory, but the beige waistline kept it from landing perfectly. And with that, the ladies definitely gave us a mixed bag. But what about the gentlemen? Cillian Murphy set the bar high. An all-black suit with a crisp white shirt. Sleek, magnetic, and proof that sometimes understated is the most captivating. Honestly, this man could wear a paper bag and still command the spotlight. Unfortunately, Ryan Reynolds didn't quite keep up the momentum. Ryan went casual with a nod to Canadian pride in a tee, which was fun, but the brown velvet pants dragged the whole look down. The fit was off, and the vibe was more laid-back hangout than red carpet. Luckily, Matthew McConaughey brought the energy right back with a perfectly tailored double-breasted suit. Sharp, clean, and confident. This was classic red carpet done right. Then came Keanu Reeves, who stayed true to his effortless cool in an all-black look paired with tan boots. It was very Keanu, but the boots clashed just enough to break the spell. A touch more polish and it could have been flawless. Daniel Craig also kept things relaxed, choosing a cream suit with a blue tee and sneakers. It worked for TIFF's vibe, but the slightly slouchy fit left it feeling a little unfinished. And finally, Chris Evans. He went ultra minimal in a fitted black tee and trousers. No doubt it was clean and sharp, but let's be honest, for the red carpet, it felt more casual Friday than cinematic sensation.